that is the gorgeous new single from the Scissor Sisters. It's the new one off the album. It's called Land of a Thousand Words on 2FM. Now, if you've been listening to this show for some time, you will know of our interest in Aussie Idol guy Damien Leith. Damien Leith is from Kildare. He's been in Oz for a couple of years, and it's only now that the kind of the papers and the mainstream media and everybody else in the world is starting to pick up on this. We talked to Damien initially, guys, guess outside 6 weeks ago, 7 weeks ago, at the beginning of this whole process when he was going into the final part of Australian Pop Idol. And since then, everything's gone well for him. So much so that if you were listening on Monday, we told you he's into the final. It's in 2 weeks' time. It's in the Sydney Opera House, and it's him versus the other last of the finalists. A couple of weeks ago, we talked to Paul, who's Damien Leith's dad, and I'm very glad to say that we have him on the phone now as well. Paul, how are you?
Oh, hello, Rick. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you? How's the nerves holding up?
The nerves are good. I'm just very tired at this stage. Today's been a long day, and it's not over yet.
And you're still at home at this stage, aren't you?
Yeah, myself and Darren are flying out, courtesy of Channel 10, we're flying out tomorrow morning. And all the footage and stuff that's been taken today, we're going to bring it with us for Channel 10 over in Australia on Thursday. Because
what happened was they sent over a camera crew, didn't they, to film all the stuff around the locality and film his mates.
They did indeed. They're just finished eating the chicken curry here. And they're going to follow us up to the local pub and do a little bit more work and then hand me the taste, and I'll take them over in the morning.
Okay, I want to remind people just of at the very beginning of this whole process when we spoke to Damien, all those, it seems now, and it is months ago when we spoke to him because we dug a little bit of it out today, and here's Damien at the very beginning of this, just as he was heading into the final phase of Pop Idol. And what happens, let's say, I like playing fantasy stuff here, right? Let's say you go all the way, let's say you become Australian Idol. What's the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow here?
Well, there's from tomorrow we've all got to sign a contract with Sony BMG. Yeah, so from this point onwards, even if you don't make it all the way, they can take us on if they think that they could market us or they could work with us or whatever else. So really it's all to play for now, whether you go all the way or even you get knocked out, in a couple of weeks' time or whatever. It could still work out very well. So
okay.
Fingers are crossed.
Well, for those people who want to, obviously we can't phone vote for you. It's a little far to be working that kind of thing. But if people want to keep up to date with you, there's a website. I presume Australian Idol have a site, or do you have a site of your own, or what's the story?
Yeah, if you go onto AustralianIdol.com, you can check out what's going on, and there's forums there, and there's video clips and interviews and all that sort of stuff. And I've got a MySpace as well, which is just myspace.com/dleith. But yeah, I mean, the Australian Idol site's probably the best place. And if you have any friends in Australia, tell them to vote.
And that was all that ages and ages and ages ago. Is it strange hearing him talking about it before all this went mad? Paul, are you with me? Hello. Did we lose Paul?
Hello?
Oh, you're back again. Sorry, you're back.
I lost you.
I'm back here now. I'm back with you as well. Is it strange hearing Damien's voice before all of this, all happened and all went mad?
Honestly, it really is. Who would have thought that it would have actually where it is today, and we're over the moon about it. We really are, and we're so proud of Damien, he's such a fantastic guy. He's really deserving to be there. And another thing is to Jessica, the girl, his opposition, so to speak, she's also a fabulous singer, and it would make a really good competition. It's great to see two good talents in together. That's what it's all about.
It will be. For those people who missed it, he sang Nessun Dorma this week from Turandot, which is, did he have to learn Italian for that, or he was singing grand opera.
He did, and Damien told me in advance. I speak to Damien every single day. Today, in fact, was the first day I didn't have a chat with him, and he discusses what he's going to do and how he's going to sing, and he sings it over the phone to me, and when he mentioned the Nessun Dorma, I thought, my God, Damien, how do you feel about that? He says, Dad, I have it nailed. And I say, you have it nailed? Well, Damien, that's it, you go for it. And he says, it sounds a little bit like this, and obviously he wasn't hitting high notes. But when I saw it on the YouTube, my God, he was fantastic. I thought he did a fabulous job on it. And yes, he did. He had a week to learn the Italian, and he did a little thing of himself. He actually, translated it into English. And he did, more or less half Italian and half English. And it went down the bomb. He lifted the roof of the place. In fact, brilliant.
We heard the clip on Monday. I can understand why. All right, we're slightly short for time here, and I'm sure you're absolutely at the end of what's been a manic day for you already. But is it tonight in the Milltown Inn near Newbridge? Is that where the Aussie Idol people are doing the filming?
They are indeed. But could I just, before I go off, could I just say one thing, for your listeners? I want to thank you personally, and I hope that someday Dean and I get an opportunity to shake your hand, because you've been there supporting him right from the very start, and that will not be forgotten, I can assure you of that.
Look, Paul, it is an absolute pleasure to have, like I said, when I spoke to Damien at the very beginning, there's always that little part of you that wants it to work out from him, wants it to become one of those great stories, and for us to have been here from the very beginning, for all of us here in the studio as well, and for everybody who listens to the show, we're rooting for him, we really are.
No, listen, a million thanks. Thank you very much indeed.
And listen, one way or another, whatever happens a week on Monday, we'll hope to talk to you from Australia and see how it all panned out, and you can give us the full story of the final and what happened there.
I'll tell you what, it'll be our pleasure to talk to you.
Listen, best of luck and a safe journey to you. That's Paul Leith, who's Damien Leith's father, the guy who's in the final of Australian Pop Idol, and we will be talking to him hopefully before the final again, which is a week on Sunday.
Only days to go to the fashion event.